We just recorded a whole video and realized that it did not record.
Nothing happened at all.
Who on time? We on time. Who on time? We on time. We about to bust a rhyme. We about to do it one time.
Yay! That's what I'm talking about.
Bars. I'm coming out with an album. Y'all
Cheers.
gotta be fucked up.
Y'all pick it up. Anyways, y'all, what's good? What's good? So, third time's the charm because, ghetto stuff happens with our equipment all the time. So, yeah,
we
take number 3.
Recorded a whole video. And then we was like talking shit like, ooh, that was a good video. And then we realized that it never recorded.
That it never even happened. What's good, y'all? What's good?
Who on time? We on time. Who on time? We on time. Yeah. Who on time? We on time. Who on time? Yeah. Cause it's a steamer. We up at your door. On your TV screen, maybe on your computer though. What's the flow? Let you really know what's going down in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah! Yeah! Please!
Okay.
Anyways, y'all.
We're gonna do this time. This is our 6th time trying to record this video.
And we not capping. Okay.
No, we not capping.
It's been a while. It's between ghetto stuff, food, and life. That's the 3 choices. The reason why we on our 6th take. But we're here. We gonna do it. We gonna bust it out. So, y'all know we in this little series of cities versus cities. Last week we did Denver and Colorado Springs. Y'all liked it. So, we going to bring y'all 2 more cities. And we're going to continue to do the city thing, you know what I'm saying, so y'all can understand in depth what city could be right for you and your family. We get a bunch of inquiries, a bunch of people that reach out to us and they want to know more about each city specifically. So, today is Fort Collins and Boulder. And, before we do all that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're not, turn on that post notification bell so anytime we upload, you don't miss it. Make sure you follow us on IG at a cup of cocoa _a glass of wine. So you can get if y'all want them calls, the calls are still popping off. I mean, I know when our hotline bling, you know what I'm saying? That can only mean one thing. You know what I'm saying? We getting money. Anyway, so if y'all want to reach out to us, all that's at the bottom in the link down below. So again, Fort Collins and Boulder.
Fort Collins, Fort. That's that makes me feel like.
I feel like that too.
Like it used to be country and shit. I don't know what it is.
Anyways, y'all, so we gonna follow the same format as we did last week. I'm gonna do the demographics, break down cost of living, and then we just gonna talk about lifestyles, like as far as what it's like living in those places, and then also including weather, so y'all know, you know what I'm saying. Everybody know mostly Colorado gets snow, but it is certain parts that get more or less, and that can be a whole ordeal as well. So we just gonna go right into it and jump into demographics. Now, if you're black or a person of color and looking for some diversity, Fort Collins nor Boulder is the choice. Yeah, neither one of them, okay? Fort Collins, 1.4% black. Boulder, 1% black.
So none.
So 0.
So there is I
really need to find who put that up there, because I don't know if I feel disrespected that you just made up a number rather than if you would have just put 0. I think I would have felt better. Because
that means none.
That means none.
I have never seen a black person.
Not in neither one
of those places.
Never. So, if you're looking for some cultural diversity, Fort Collins or Boulder ain't it. They have no, I would say,
pretty though, real pretty, very
pretty. So yeah, the scenic, it's very scenic. It's nice out there. Fort Collins is a little smaller. Which one you think is bigger, Fort Collins or Boulder?
I think Boulder.
Probably Boulder. They both small towns.
Fort Collins give me like but Boulder is more connected to the city.
It is. You're right.
Like Fort Collins is really low key out there by itself.
It is. I would say that too. So they're probably around, like Boulder bigger, but They both kind of small town feels. They both are very college towns now.
Boulder feels like Austin to me. If you're from Texas, then Boulder is the equivalent
Boulder is
of Austin.
Yeah, definitely. And Fort Collins and it's weird because they both real big college, like have a big college presence, and because they college towns, obviously. But yeah, it's weird because usually in the college or near the college, you get the most, I guess, diversity. Really, if you know what I'm saying.
But it's two different types of college towns. It's like Austin, where you got UT and all of that stuff, and SFA. And then it's like Beaumont, where you got Lamar.
Oh, right.
That's the difference here.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly right. Yeah.
Fort Collins, I feel like, is definitely the more conservative
Definitely
place.
of the two, because Boulder is filled with a lot of progressive people. And it's younger. I feel like it's a younger scene.
It is
as well.
younger.
So Boulder is younger, and I feel like Fort Collins is more older and seasoned. And so, in Boulder, you're right. Boulder got that hip vibe to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like a little bit more hippie, a little bit more...
And another thing, like when it comes to Fort Collins, I feel like it's a lot of like microaggressions and I'm racist but don't realize that I'm racist type shit going on. Yeah. Because I trained out there for 6 weeks at a particular job, and so I spent quite a bit of time there. Yeah. And it's a lot of like male Caucasian figures, like looking at women, and then especially women of color as second.
Right, yeah.
Because I actually experienced that. So I feel like the thought process is not as progressive, because you still got a lot of people there that was there before it started to become a progressive like college town, because it wasn't a hot spot college at first. It became, a lot of the colleges in Colorado became hot spot because when the legalization of marijuana happened, all the kids started wanting to come here.
They did.
So that's how Fort Collins. So the college kids there are very like progressive and hippie-ish. But then you got this other side to it, which is very much like those people that you can see. That's the reason why it's still conservative.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a lot of that. So
you definitely gonna see some back to blue flags out there.
Oh yeah. So and just for my families, I would say if you like for families, I would say neither one is really a good place for a family if you already establishing all of that, because one being conservative is one, but then Boulder is very expensive. So they both are, but they're very expensive. So we definitely finna shift towards cost of living. Okay. Now I did add a metric in here that rates cost of living versus what the U.S. national average is, and the U.S. national average is 100. It's on a scale from 0 to 100. So obviously, if you under 100, then that place has a lower cost of living, and if you over 100, then it's going to be higher. So y'all keep that in mind, because it's about to get hot in here. Like it really is. So let's just start with the cost of living rating. We just gonna start there. So Fort Collins is rated 118.1 out of 100. Now
it's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but it's definitely spicy. It's like mild hot.
It's more like fan the flames versus like, can we blow this shit out?
Yeah. That's exactly what that's like. So and I want to mention the median income. It's expensive for what the median income is, which is only $53,000. So
which is not enough to live
not
there.
enough here. And the average house cost is $389. So
what I want y'all to pay
$53,000. I'm sorry, versus for a almost $400,000 house. That's expensive.
This is what I want y'all to pay attention to. If you watched our last video on Colorado Springs versus Denver, then you'll notice that Colorado Springs cost of living and housing costs are are way lower than Fort Collins for the same. And what I actually think the median home value was 58. So actually, to me, if you a family, that would be a better choice, because the dynamic of the two places are quite similar. They both got that small town feel, weird conservative but liberal kind of situation happening.
Yeah, you're right.
So
very much
I would go for Colorado Springs, because really what you're paying for, a lot of people want to pay for in Fort Collins, is the access to Estes Park and the views. But Colorado Springs got all the views, and it's more accessible to Denver to me.
Yeah, which I think so too.
Well, through Castle Rock.
Which is a good point, because they both, like you said, are similar, but it's like one is super, and they on total ends of the spectrum. One is, for Collins, is northern Colorado. Colorado Springs is southern. So it's weird because it's like, they're about the same thing, but Colorado Springs is way cheaper than it's the cheapest place in Colorado, let's be honest. But
not the cheapest, but the cheapest of actual cities.
Yeah, of actual cities. Let's say that. Which is weird. But yeah, so you ain't making a lot of money and your house note is high. So that's when you can tell a place is expensive and that's probably not a place for us to go. So 118.1 versus the 100. So that's what Fort Collins is. Now, we finna get to Boulder. Now, 118, I know y'all probably was like, why not? For real, this is disrespectful. So, out of 100, Boulder ranks 167.4. I mean, God. Shit.
Yay! That shit backed up.
167.4 out of 100.
Real quick, y'all. Whenever we be cooking, right? If something's in the oven and our baby, our 2-year-old, is she hungry and she wants the food to hurry up and be done? When you open the oven to check on the food, she just start being like,
she start blowing in the oven, and I be telling her that ain't gonna get it,
It's not gonna get it on.
It's not gonna get it on Boulder. So real quick,
better have some money.
I was just gonna say real quick before we even get into the rest of the numbers, have your bag up. If don't try to go out and move to Boulder trying to think you looking cute.
I wouldn't even send my kid to college here.
I'm just don't try to do it because us people we got. Sometimes where we try to go and stun a little bit and live above our means, Boulder is not it. It's way out of your reach.
You're going to your ass right to a corner.
With a sign. We'll work for food. I promise you that. Okay? And the reason why is because, first of all, the median income there is only $58,000. Okay? It's more than Fort Collins, about $7,000, but they home price, y'all. $740,000.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what the fuck the mortgage is on that shit.
$740,000 to a $58,000 median income.
Not your girl.
At all. I'm telling y'all.
Your girl is not gonna be able to do it.
I'm not gonna be able to do that. I don't got the $740.
I don't even have the payment on the $740.
I don't got it at all.
I feel like Martin. I feel like every day you wake up, you'll be like, "But I got bills, Gina."
I'm telling y'all, $700,000.
That's house poor for somebody in my
$40,000.
That's the medium.
60, and that's the average.
I want y'all to understand that a medium means that you're about to get a decent house that's livable.
Please
it does not mean you about to be getting a nice ass house. That means you about to get a basic house.
Because it change everywhere. Because see, back home people think that too. They like, oh well, the cost of living is high, so that mean like I'm gonna get something decent. I'm like, no, it's the same. If you go in the hood and find an apartment for $1,000 or not even $1,000, $500 or $600, it's gonna be the hood apartments. Like you gonna need to know that. Versus when you go to Sugar Land and find something that's at the bottom of the barrel, it might not be,
and it's gonna be $1,000.
Yeah, and it might not be like what the hood apartment is, but to Sugar Land, it's the same thing. It's like this the regular stuff out of Sugar Land. That's what Boulder is. Just because it's 7 something don't mean you finna get out here and the house finna be done. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be it's gonna be the hood house. Please look at Zillow. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a regular house. You're gonna be like, dang, I'm paying $740 for a regular 2-bedroom, like 1,200 square foot house. If that, the houses is baby.
And that's you gotta deal with combat and all of the basically damn near free or at minimum wage working opportunities that the college students will get, which means it's gonna make it harder for you to get a job.
So have your degree, and we not trying to pick on nobody or stunting.
No,
but that's a good point in both places because
I said that in the last video.
You did,
but recorded it,
but it never made it. Again, ghetto stuff about our stuff. But anyways, yeah, that's a good point because you really thinking that, oh, I'm gonna go out there and find all the jobs. No, they got college people fresh on the scene that they know they gonna pay less.
If you don't have a degree, you have to think about the fact that your experience is going to mean virtually nothing because you got college students without degrees that they can pay bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
So you either gonna get paid bottom of the barrel or you're not gonna get the job because some college they instead of giving you a full-time job and paying for your benefits, they can hire 3 or 4 college students that work flex schedules.
Yeah.
unless you're working at like the university or you a GM or something. But in these small places, you also got to remember that it's only like 1 or 2 of everything. And in Fort Collins, there is no 2
There's
of everything.
only no 2 of everything.
There's like, there one could be 2 in Boulder, depending on, but not really.
Yeah.
Most companies that are out here, they only got 1. Like they have a Boulder location or a Fort Collins location.
Right. Yeah. It's not like
it's small town vibes.
Very much so on both ends, on both parts.
So it's gonna make it hard to get a job for it to be that goddamn expensive.
Yeah. So y'all need to know that we trying to bring y'all the real. Like I said, don't come out here and not have your bag ready for the people that's been hit us up about all these places in Colorado that they move into. Please do your research, because
I mean, if that's the case, we wanted to go to Colorado Springs, but we came here because I knew this was where the best job opportunity was. And I'm like, if something happened with my job that we used to get there, then
I got plenty of ways to find some other stuff.
I got the job opportunity available. So just be practical.
Just be practical. I like that. So that was pretty much like cost of living on both of those. Like I said, man, both of those are really expensive, y'all. But people want to find out about these cities, so we just, make sure we put them on the list, and giving y'all an in-depth, analysis of any one. Now, if you got your stuff together and you do whatever you want to do. Fort Collins, Boulder, Denver, whatever you want to do. But we just warning the people so we can, people, I think, when they get to this stage or when they think about moving or whatever, there is some type of level of like, I guess, not practicality or just not being. It's like, I'm gonna just get out there and it's nice and mountains and I'm like,
and then you don't never get to see the mountains because you got 3 jobs.
Right, because you got 3 jobs, or you in the city where there ain't no mountain views, which is led us astray because we stopped in Colorado Springs and I was like, oh yeah, I can get used to this. Is this how it's all gonna be? Then got to Aurora and was like, This dusty stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that's another thing, dealing with snow. We talk about climbing on both these places. Everywhere is snow.
For y'all, I'm gonna post them on Instagram.
Oh, okay, cool. Both of these places get snow. Boulder gets a lot more snow than
how many
Fort
inches,
Collins.
Baby?
Boulder gets 71 inches a year, and then Fort Collins gets about 48 inches a year. So
that's way more than Denver.
That's way more than Denver. You need to know that. That's another thing. And different areas get different snow.
You actually have to have snow tires.
Snow tires. You got to have gear. And if you ain't watched that, that's going to be down below too. The 7 surprise expenses of moving to Colorado, moving out here. If y'all haven't checked that out, again, check that link down below because I'm going to link it.
If we didn't have I actually had done extensive research, and for y'all that don't know, when I start doing research, I get down.
Yeah, she does. She goes to the depths.
I'm really glad that I set aside money for those surprise expenses.
Because again, you don't know. You move into a new place, so you need to be prepared.
Especially with the cold weather stuff.
Definitely. That was a lot of people. I took that for granted. I was like, oh, we going to buy coats. And when you get up here, all the coats almost $100-something because this they culture, so they know you need one, number one. And number two, they can put whatever price because, one, they know they already in a more expensive place, and 2, your ass gonna come get a coat.
We bought all of our. I bought a lot of coats before we left. Because in Texas and Houston, coats ain't expensive because a lot of people don't buy coats. They go their whole year on hoodies and shit
and stuff because it don't never drop that low. If you do got a big coat, you got that like on somewhere where they brought them out and it was super sale, and you ain't never wore that mug. Like that's what I did. I had my trench coat for a while. Like
Peacoat.
Peacoat, yeah.
He didn't even want to buy it.
Nope. We went to Burlington's. Like I don't even know. It was less than that. I think it was like $20 or $30, and them coats is expensive. But it's in Houston, so it was in Beaumont. But it was like, for what? What do we? And I got that, and good thing it did. The first year it snowed, I didn't have to buy no coat, no did any other girls or anything. We had to do our stuff was like tires and snow boots and gloves and masks, which that shit is expensive. I couldn't
find there.
Yeah.
Oh, but we did bargain. Okay, we off subject.
We did. But anyways,
We digress.
Yeah, we did. So we digress. But we just want to let y'all know this is those little few things about moving. So Fort Collins and Boulder. Now we're gonna talk about just living there. Kind of like the lifestyle.
I feel like the lifestyles are the same. It's a college town with that
don't have
fields and it doesn't have diversity. They're identical.
Yeah.
The big thing here is gonna be: do you want to pay the money?
Period. That's it.
And if you send your kid to college here, do you want to pay the money? Because even the colleges are expensive.
Are very expensive. So we just. So as always, ghetto stuff is always going on with
are things. You see what I'm saying? But it didn't catch the outro. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. Turn that bell on so you don't miss any content when we dropping this heat once a week. You feel me? Yeah. And we'll see you when we see you. Peace out.